So I was playing some Overwatch. They were having a new event, a new PvE thing, and while I was doing that, Nintendo dropped a video detailing all kinds of stuff about Super Smash Bros. Version 3.0.0, and I'd like to talk about that with you guys. We'll start with the free stuff because I am pumped for that. First, let's just take a moment to notice Kirby will be using a real gun with lead bullets. Let's let that sink in for a bit. Snake doesn't even get to use a real gun. First thing I want to talk about is my favorite thing, the stage builder. I love making stages. It's like level design. I like it. I don't know why. I just really get into it. I like to make really good levels on different things, try to make it fit with the game and everything. And this time it's going to be custom like Smash 4, so you can like draw out the shape of it. But it's not going to be super static like Smash 4. Like Smash 4 was missing like the spring and stuff like that you had in the Wii version, in the Smash Bros. Brawl. But this time it's going to have both sketching and it's going to have those special parts, not just the cannon, but like ladders and springs and warp zones and bumpers and bomb blocks and something called an explosive block. They've got wind area and they got the lava thing showing up too. Now they've also got levers. I don't know what those are for. They might have something to do with the fact that you can have stuff rotate and move, so you don't just make, as I mentioned, you don't make static levels. You're making real levels. And it looks like Little Big Planet. Like it's got the layers. It's got that weirdness of how like the edge of a chunk will be curved, like it's made of some sort of material. And you can move chunks that you've drawn after you've made them come into existence. You couldn't do that on the Wii U. You once you drew it, it was stuck there. You would have to either redraw it if you wanted it to be positioned differently, or well, you just have to redraw it. I'm so happy about that. You can also put any background you want, so you can grab the background from any stage that's in the game, so you're not limited to just this generic space thing or this generic blocks in the distance or this generic mushroom forest. You can actually put everything into the world that you were inspired by, and that's just something really cool. There's also this one spot where it shows you on the right hand side of the screen what layer is what. So there's a foreground layer, a fighting layer, so that's the one that whatever you draw, that's going to be what people are going to be standing on. There's a background layer, or a thin one that you just put on the, like as scenery and stuff. And then there is a background, which I don't know if that's just where it lets you pick what the distant far background is, or if you get to draw an extra layer back there as well. But that's pretty cool. There's all these buttons that have all these different tools, and even a material type button in the top corner, and it's just going to be so useful compared to any stage editor they've given us for Smash Bros. Before. And then there's the video editor. I'm not going to be using this much, but I'm sure a lot of people will. It lets you put a bunch of clips together, so you can have one clip that you took in a fight or a match that you had yesterday, and then you can mix it with one that you had or that you end up having tomorrow, and you make one video out of it. So I'm hoping that, I was thinking maybe they might say you can pull in different games, and then it'd be kind of weird that there'd be like a video editor for the Switch, but you have to have Smash Bros. For it. That'd be kind of weird, but it's a step into a different direction. I'm just going to keep using Adobe, but for the people that can't afford Adobe or don't want to learn how all these tiny little buttons work in Adobe, that's going to work that's going to do a lot of good for them. The smartphone app, the Nintendo Switch Online app for your smartphone, is going to have Smash World. It's going to allow you to see the uploaded videos that people have made in the video editor, but more importantly, more excitingly for me, it's going to let you download the custom stages, browse them on your phone, and then download them to your Switch from your phone, so you can not worry about losing your game time, your play time, and because you had to search for it on there. You get to use your Switch app on your phone, which finally gives it a little extra use because it's only been used for Splatoon so far. But because of that whole thing, it's given me some hope for I'm thinking what they'll be doing with Super Mario Maker 2 is going to be the same thing. Like, grab some levels from the Switch app for Mario Maker 2, just like you do for Smash Brothers. I'm hoping that's the case because, if anything, just make sure to be consistent. Before we get into the paid stuff, I want to remind you to like the video if you like it, subscribe if you want to see more of this, and don't forget to click the bell, and check out the Patreon in the description. And I usually make gameplay videos. This is my first news video, so take a look at that, see if you like that content, and for me, that would help me out a lot. And if you go down in the comments, I'd like to know what your favorite new feature is that they're adding into Smash version 3.0.0. Finally, for the stuff that's not free, the stuff that you have to pay for, if you have the game, you don't just automatically get this. You'll get the Joker if you have the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighter Pass. And he's got 2 forms. I'm not going to get into it because I can't follow along it too well. Maybe tomorrow when I start playing as him, I can explain it a little more. And then his stage changes color depending on what music is playing. Finally, they've added some Mii Costumes, a bunch of different characters from Persona, including that little kitty. I don't know her name because I don't play Persona. And they've got Tails and Knuckles, which looks a little weird to me. And that's it.